It's time to brighten your Disney day with another episode of the Castle to Castle podcast.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Castle to Castle podcast, where we are here to brighten your Disney day. You're on with Jennifer.
And Ron.
And Kat.
Hey! Unfortunately, Emily has laryngitis and cannot talk, so
Squeaky!
lovely Kat has stepped in to help us out tonight and be our special guest.
Poor Emily.
Poor Emily.
But Emily is here. She's behind the camera.
So we'll wave to her.
She's our techie tonight.
She's our techie tonight. Normally what Catherine does, so they're kind of switching roles today. But
Nice.
moving on with things to our normal episode of things is our news segment.
News.
What's the news piece tonight?
We are going to talk about the Lightning Lane Multipass.
Woo!
Yes.
Genie Plus 2.0 and Fast Pass 3.0.
Put
Yeah.
them together, what do you got?
Bibbidi bobbidi
It's
boo.
supposed to be multi-pass Lane.
Oh, yeah. I guess that would have been better. Yeah, my bad. So what do you guys think? Like,
I'm excited for it.
Are you going to explain it first?
okay, so I mean, it's been out for a few weeks. Basically what we're doing, or what Disney did, was they turned Genie Plus into what's being called now Lightning Lane Multipass. Some of the old school Fast Pass features came back. Yay! Some of the Genie Plus features, like the pay to play feature, is still there. But essentially, what you're going to be able to do now, if you're staying in a Disney resort, you get to book 3 Fast Passes 7 days before the day you're entering the park. If you're not staying on Disney property, you get to do this 3 days before you're entering the park. And it's important to note that that's just a Disney World thing. Disneyland is not adopting that. However, they are all changing the name, so it's now the Lightning Lane Multipass. And before you ask, yes, they kept the Lightning Lane Single Pass, and that is still going to be your extra pay to play. So in Genie Plus, you would pay for Genie Plus and then a Lightning Lane. Now you're paying for Lightning Lane Multipass and Lightning Lane Single Pass.
Wait.
I'm waiting.
Disney's just trying to take my money.
Well, I mean, it's no...
So you're saying, like, I can... Oh, so it's like the same payment.
yeah,
It was
pay
the same
structure did
before.
not
Paying
change.
for my top
Yes.
tier, paying for just to have it.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Thanks.
But now they're adding in a booking in advance feature. The other thing is they tiered the multi-passes again. So now they're going to have a tier 1 where you're only allowed to book 1 Fast Pass ahead of time for, and then a tier 2, which you can book your other 2 Fast Passes for.
Or if you want to book all 3 from Tier 2, you can.
Right. And some of your big heavy hitters, basically it's any of your big thrill rides. Your Rock and Roller Coaster, your Big Thunder Mountain, Space Mountain, Soarin', Frozen, Ratatouille, what's in Animal Kingdom? Flight of Passage. So all your big ones. And then your tier 2s are going to be your Winnie the Poohs, your Spaceship Earth, your Star Tours, your
Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, all of that stuff.
I think Kilimanjaro is in tier 2. I'd have to double check, but I think Kilimanjaro Safari is tier 2. So basically not your thrill rides, which kind of surprised me a little bit. Just because some of the ones in Magic Kingdom where they made a tier 2, I thought should be more tier 1, and ones they made tier 1 I thought should be tier 2. Big Thunder Mountain's kind of my red flag there. They didn't put it in tier 2, they put it in tier 1. And while Big Thunder Mountain is a fun thrill coaster, I never knew it to get that long of a line that you needed to make it a premium Fast Pass.
Yeah. I guess we're just going to see how it goes. It goes live at the end of the month.
The one
24th?
that
is it?
really,
I'm trying to remember what
yeah,
day
I
is
think
it?
it's July
July 24th.
July 24th, yeah. The other thing that caught my attention there was that Tiana's Bayou is going to be a multi-pass Lightning Lane. They are not going to make it a single pay line like they've done with every other new ride in the last couple. Guardians became its own pay. Tron became its own pay. But Bayou is not. They're going to put it straight into the multi-pass.
I was very surprised by that.
I was too.
I don't know why, but then we were saying that they might still do virtual queue for it too.
Yeah, and I think they're going to, because remember your multi-pass is just getting in faster, and since it's not going to be a paid, they're going to have the Lightning Lane and a standby. So I'm assuming it's going to be like Guardians and that it's going to have a virtual queue to stand by, or in their version, you would pay for the lightning lane. In this case, just have to have Genie Plus.
Why, you don't want to see it lined up to Peter Pan again?
Yeah, wait for a ride over at the old Splash Mountain to get all the way back at Peter Pan and go through Liberty Square, around Haunted Mansion, and into Fantasyland. Yikes.
You're not waiting in that?
No, I am not waiting in that. Though we already wrote it, and I loved it. I really did. I thought it was very cute. I thought the animatronics are very well done. Honestly, if they could just fix the enormous amount of breaking down issues, the ride would be fantastic.
Minor details.
Just minor that they haven't been able to successfully run it for a day without it breaking down.
Yikes.
But it is cute. I really do love it. I'm happy. I was very sad. I am very much a traditionalist with Disney. I don't like them taking out the classic rides. If they ever touch Carousel of Progress, I might just chain myself to the building. We'll see. If they're going to take out People Mover, I might just chain myself to the tracks. We'll see.
You might move with it.
I might move with it, but you know what? I will have died in Disney and died a happy man. So we'll take it. But as much as I was upset they took it out, I really do like what they do at Tiana's Bayou. It's very, very cute. The animatronics are out of this world. It gives me a Tokyo Disneyland vibe or Shanghai vibe. They're just very, very high tech, very, very well done. Now, if only we can get Frozen and Epcot to get a refurb and get the new ones out. No more projection
Listen,
faces.
Stop closing all my rides, okay? One problem at a time. Let's start with Test Track, okay?
Well, Test Track, and they just shut down Peter Pan, too.
Well, that's two different parks, so.
Well, I know, but, I see what you're saying, because it's all in the same park. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so one
Fair point.
ride a park at a time, okay?
Fair point. But yeah, Peter Pan just got shut down for a refurb. Test Track's now starting its refurb. But I don't think Peter Pan's down for long. I think it's just like a yearly maintenance refurb. I don't think it's like a redo. Test Track is like a redo.
Full redo.
Yeah, and now I want to know which car company's going to sponsor it now. Because Ford had sponsored it for a little while. Chevy sponsored
It
it.
was just Chevy, wasn't it?
Yeah, Chevy was the newest one. Did Enterprise sponsor it for a little bit too?
I think they might have been in tandem with Chevy.
Was it?
Enterprise, I feel like, has been tagged on a couple things.
Yeah, because Enterprise also has that Tron bike at the exit of the Tron ride.
Maybe
and
that's
it's
where we're getting
green
it
because it's
from.
Enterprise. So maybe that's what I'm thinking of. But I thought they did
They're probably tied
I thought they
in.
sponsored that too. I forget. But it's had a lot of sponsors.
Yeah, and then Haunted Mansion at Disneyland is still closed
Yeah.
with their refurb. And we've been trying to dig some information online. Some people are thinking that they're going to have it open for D23 and really try to push through it. So then it's open, but the Halloween overlay will be on it.
Which was so fun to do last time. I love it.
The thing that was, I want to go there for the first time and experience the Haunted Mansion without the overlay.
You know, it's funny because Catherine and me were talking about this the other day. We will now have officially gone to Disneyland twice. And never ridden the original Haunted Mansion because we're always going to do the Halloween overlay.
And usually it's people like, oh, I've never been able to do the Halloween overlay. It's
I know, and we're complete reverse. So I told her, I said, screw it. In January, we're just going to fly down for a weekend just so we can ride the original Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, so we don't know if that'll be open or not. We also have no word when Tiana's is going to open at Disneyland.
Yeah, I haven't
it just
heard
said
the date on that
late
yet.
2024. So I really don't see anything happening. We would have heard some chatter by now.
But Voyage is coming back. Fall.
And Voyage is coming back in the
matter
fall.
of months. I can't wait.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm.
We'll be there.
I was like, I think I know what we're rope dropping that day it opens.
Yup.
Maybe if we can get popular enough, maybe if you all love us enough and get us popular enough, we can get invited to the media preview and get to do the show ahead of time. So please like the crap out of this so we can get Kat to do the media preview for Voyage. Yeah. All right. But yeah, that's really it for news today. I mean, nothing else super crazy. D23 is coming up in a month. We're super psyched for that. Of course, we'll all be out there for D23. We're going to cover some of the stuff.
1 month, people. 1 month.
Might even be some special episode content coming out during that. So stay tuned on our channel for all that. But yeah, that's the big news is the multi-pass. If you guys have questions, let us know. You know, we'll definitely help you out with anything on that. It's very straightforward. It's a lot like Genie Plus in the how you book it, what you pay for, things like that. It's just a matter of the tier system now, understanding what rides you can get. But I think it's going to be a little easier for people.
And then I can book early.
And that you can book early.
If I'm staying on property. Well, I guess I can't if I'm
Well,
not
and
there.
then I do want to clarify that because I wasn't super clear earlier. If you're staying on property and you're staying for 5 days, you're allowed to book 7 days in advance of the first day you're there. But since you're in a Disney hotel, it's going to let you book for all 5 of the days you're staying in the hotel.
That's the perk.
So you, in theory, could get 13 days in advance on your stay.
Yep.
If you're not staying in a Disney hotel, it is 3 days before your visit to that park, which means in that same scenario, staying 5 days at the Hilton down the street, you are only going to get to book 3 days ahead of your first day, then 3 days ahead of your second day, then 3 days ahead of your third day. So you're actually going to be booking your fourth day's multi-passes while in the parks on your first day of your trip. So do bear that in mind as far as staying on and off, which I'm actually really kind of happy about. I like that they're adding more value to the hotels again. Disney resorts are starting to see some benefits of, why am I spending all this money? You know, I know last episode we kind of ripped apart value resorts a little bit for the lack of stuff, but I am happy they're putting this back in. We're getting more bang for our buck, a little bit better value for what we're doing.
Right, and it's the whole factor how people were saying there was all these things getting taken away from staying on property. What's the point? Well, now look, they brought something back.
Yeah.
And I really like that it's like a hybrid version of what they did with Genie Plus, but from what they did with FastPass, because booking things ahead of time, I loved that so much. You at least knew you got your stuff booked, like your 3 top things, so that's guaranteed. So then it's not, oh, I'm going to go to the park. Well, what if I can't get on my favorite thing that I'll be upset about? So that part I really like that they brought that back.
Yeah.
I know you were talking about that now you got to go back to with the travel agency stuff.
Yeah.
Talking people through that process again, because I know when they did it before, that was something as a travel agent that you had to do with walking them through booking certain things ahead. You kind of took a break from that, so now you're going to have to go back walking people through.
But, you know, in its own version, I do 100% agree. This is going to be a little bit more hands-on work for travel agents again, but at the same time, it also adds a little bit value to your travel agency again. You know, I would have people that are like, well, you know, I have to do Genie Plus day of, so I don't need you for that. And I can do a dining reservation, or we don't want dining reservations, so I don't need you for that. And you kind of took away a little bit of value of having a travel agent. So this adds a little bit more of, I can walk you through the booking. I can help you and get that. So overall, I'm kind of excited. Now, if we can just get them to bring back package shipping to the hotels, I will be a happy freaking camper. I miss that one.
I do too. So much.
So much do I wish. Because they were like, I want to buy this big stuffed pillow, but I don't want to carry it around all day. So
Wait till the end of your day.
ship it back.
And then sometimes you forget, and you're like, you're walking up, wait a second, I was supposed to go back to that gift shop, and I forgot. That happened to me the one time, and then I'm like, oh, screw it.
Or the worst one is, I bought a bunch of stuff at Epcot and shipped it to the front of the park. And then left Epcot and realized I had forgotten it.
Oh, no.
So I ended up calling Epcot. And the guy was very nice and very forgiving, but they actually put a FedEx label on it and mailed it home to me.
Oh.
Which I was very, very appreciative of. But
are they currently doing it where they can bring it to the front of the park, or is that not even back?
I think you can still have it shipped to the front of the park.
Okay.
But don't
I couldn't
quote me.
Yeah, I
don't
couldn't remember if that was even brought back yet.
There's probably an early cutoff time, though.
I don't remember what it is. I thought you could still bring it to the front, but again, don't quote me. But I did this a couple years ago. But yeah, shipped it to the front of the park, went home, and by home, I flew home. That was not going to local home. That was me going to Cleveland home, and got halfway to the airport and went,
all my Epcot stuff.
So
what was in there? Do you even remember?
Actually, funny enough, it was presents that I had bought for my sister. So it was actually a pair of ears for Emily.
Oh my God.
It was her original pair of Maleficent ears that she had always wanted from Disney. And I forget what I bought my other sister, but yeah, they were presents.
That is, oh boy.
My last day there, I was like, because that's when I went through.
Even more you being upset. Me like, oh.
That was when it was still, what was the gift shop before Connections at Epcot? Mouse Gear?
Yes,
Yeah.
Mouse Gears.
Was it Mouse Gears? But it was the big gift shop. I mean, Connection's still big, but it was there. And I was like, oh, I got to get my sister's stuff. And oopsie. So, but yeah, that's our news segment for today. Let us know if you have any questions. Seriously, RJT Travels, the travel agency, will definitely help you through any questions you guys have with that. If you do need any help, let us know. We're always here to help. But otherwise, stick with us here for a minute. Take a quick break, and we'll be right back with today's Disney game. Welcome back, everybody. And now it's time for the Disney game. Yay. And as the reigning champion from last episode, I have planned today's game. So today's game is something new. We've never played this before, but it's kind of a version of something Jen had did a while back. The game is called First Line. How this is going to work, I'm going to read the first line of a Disney show, either an attraction show, a parade, a nighttime show, any type of show at Disney. is going to be the first line, unless the first line was, welcome to blah, blah, blah show, in which case you got the second line, so it wasn't that easy. But you need to tell me what show it is.
Yikes.
We have mixed in multiple shows from Disney World, Disneyland, and the specialty parties at Disney World and Disneyland.
This is going to be interesting.
I was going to say, Jen.
It is going to be interesting.
Very interesting.
As always, remember the rules. Shout out your name to buzz in for your answer. You may get an answer, and then you can't answer again until your opponent answers, and then it's going to go back to free-for-all until somebody gets it right or you both give up.
Sudden death.
Ready? Okay. I'm going to put the score on the back, so that way, unlike last time when I couldn't count right, this time I will count right.
Math is hard.
Here we go. First question. Tonight, our friend Mickey Mouse uses his vivid imagination to create a magical...
Cat. Phantasmic.
It is Phantasmic.
I wasn't fast enough. I was thinking it was that or something else.
Like you just said
uh-oh.
imagination. I'm like, okay, if I get this wrong, somebody's going to be very upset.
Number 2. And they all lived happily ever
Jennifer.
after.
Cat.
Jen.
Happily ever after.
Very good. Start out with a few easy ones here. Number 3. This is the anthem. Here's what you came for. This is the moment magic
Jennifer.
was... Jen.
Magic happens at Disneyland.
Very good.
I cannot wait to
I was
see
like,
it.
you sing it all the time. Like, I should know this. I do
This
know
is
this.
the anthem.
That is like one of the top things I'm looking forward to at Disneyland is seeing that parade, and I want to see it twice.
Watch them change it. Just for her.
Yeah.
Very mad.
I'm kidding. Don't do it, Disney. Don't do it.
No, because I haven't seen it either. When we were there last time, it hadn't come back from
up.
COVID yet.
I think I've seen
No,
it.
I love that parade, and I have never seen it.
Maybe on the internet.
All right, question number 4. Good evening, everyone, naughty or nice?
Jennifer, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam.
Jingle bell, jingle
Yes.
bam. The next line in that was, good evening, everyone, naughty or nice, and welcome to Jingle Bell, Jingle
Jingle
Bam.
Bam.
I was like, oh. All right. Hear ye, royal guests near and far. Cat.
It's the Festival of Fantasy.
It is the Festival of Fantasy Parade. Very good. So after 5, Jen is winning 3-2. You're keeping it close. All right.
I haven't won in a while.
Now is when it starts to get a little bit more challenging. My greatest reward is watching the public appreciate what I have done all these years. Cat.
Walt, One Man's Dream.
It is not.
Ooh.
Good guess, though.
I
But
was
it
like,
is
that would
not.
be something. I don't know then.
It would be. That's why I said this starts to get a little harder.
I did all these years.
My greatest reward is watching the public appreciate what I have done all these years.
It's not that one. Not that one.
She's determined to figure this out.
Because I feel like it falls in a very specific category of shows. So I'm like going through those through my head. And I can't hear the voice in my head. So what is it?
World of Color 1.
Oh.
The new World of Color show. It starts out with an interview with Walt Disney. And the first line, my greatest reward is watching the public appreciate what I have done all these
Have you
years.
seen that or no?
No, we saw World of Color, not World of Color 1.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. So
That's the new one.
Oh, will that be out when we go to California?
It
then?
will be.
Okay.
Number 7. Marine biologist, aquatic veterinarian.
Jennifer. Finding Nemo musical.
Very good. Finding Nemo, the Big Blue and
I'm
Beyond.
so proud.
All right. I'm going to circle that one.
You're not.
All right.
Thank you.
No, I'm purposely looking away when he's because I don't want to cheat. That's why I've been like, I'm
Oh,
I
so
can't, I can't
sorry.
read that well.
I've been looking like a zombie this way because I don't want to see anything. I'm playing fair, folks.
I can't read that far.
I'm a teacher. It's what I do.
All right. Number 8. It's time to celebrate the season of tricks and treat, the sights and sounds. Ooh, what's this, you ask? Let me show you. We'll call out the spirits to socialize. Cat.
Is it Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Parade?
It is not.
Boo. It's Halloween.
It's time to celebrate the season of tricks and treats, the sights and sounds. Ooh, what is this, you ask? Let me show you. We'll call out the spirits to socialize.
Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Is it the Halloween fireworks show for Mickey's Not So Scary?
It is not.
What is it?
So it has to do with California then.
No, but it's Haunted Mansion. So I was like, Haunted Mansion or California's Oogie Boogie.
Even Emily guessing behind the
What
camera.
did Emily guess?
Emily said the Hocus Pocus show.
No.
And it is not.
No.
Wow, I
It's
really
gotta be
stumped
Disney
you with
World.
this one.
No, I'm wondering if it has to deal with California, with Disneyland.
I don't think it has California because California's Oogie Boogie. That would be Haunted Mansion. What is it?
It is the Halloween Screams Castle Show at Disneyland.
Dang it. Good job, Jennifer.
Now, you've actually seen the show.
It's been a minute.
If you remember with the castle, they blow up the balloon and it's Jack
Yeah, which is
Skellington.
why I was, like,
And
confused
Jack
because
Skellington says, it's time to celebrate the season of tricks and treats, the sights and sounds.
Okay.
Ooh, what's this, you ask? Let me show you. We'll call out the spirits to socialize.
You got me because it was
Because the
Haunted
first
Mansion, but then it
song,
was like Jack and
yep, but that first song
There's
is
still
the,
Haunted Mansion at Disneyland, so that's why I said
No,
it's will be
but
tied
not
into
like,
it.
But remember that first song on the castle show is the remixed do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay, so
not.
obviously not. So nobody got that one. I thought the spirits to socialize would throw you off a little bit.
It did throw me off. It didn't throw John.
All right, ready? Number 9. It's time to put on your opera glasses as we present Mickey Mouse.
Jennifer.
Jennifer.
PhilharMagic.
It is PhilharMagic. The next line says Mickey Mouse and the PhilharMagic Orchestra. And obviously couldn't say it was the PhilharMagic Orchestra. Number 10. It was Walt's own idea from beginning to end. He loved it.
I'm gonna go with Cat.
Cat?
Walt, one man's dream. Walt Disney.
It is not.
Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Carousel of Progress.
It is the Carousel of Progress.
White flag.
It was Walt's own dream.
White flag. Take
I
it.
love that ride. I miss
Take
it.
it and run.
I wanna
Number
sit.
11. And now the car champion you've all been waiting for.
Jennifer.
Jennifer.
The Lightning McQueen's Academy.
Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I haven't won in forever, so this feels good.
You're welcome.
Number 12. Tonight's the night, right here at the Chinese Theater. It's Mickey's premiere.
Well, Jennifer.
Jennifer.
It has to be Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway.
No, it is
The
not.
starter show.
I was like, it's the Chinese theater, so it's got to be the Cat.
Cat.
The nighttime fireworks for Chinese Hollywood theater.
It is the Wonderful World of Animation
Oh,
on the
no,
Chinese
I
Theater.
just know what happens.
And remember, it starts out with and ends with a mouse.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, folks, it all started with a
I
mouse.
haven't seen that in a
Didn't
while.
Oswald come first, though?
Yeah,
Oswald,
but
Lucky Rabbit, and then you jump to Mickey.
all right, number 13.
So confused.
Gather round, friends, and hear the tale that started on the road to Sleepy Hollow Trail. Seriously? I thought this one would be an easier one.
Jennifer. Is it the Boo to You parade? Because that starts out with
I was like the clip
sleepy.
clop of the.
I'm going to give it to you. Technically,
It starts before it.
It's its own show. It's
Right.
the introduction to the Headless Horseman.
There's
Yeah.
a whole show.
Well, it's its own
The introduction.
pre-show, if you will, before they do the
I
Boo
want
to
to
You
see
parade.
that. So I want to see that parade so
Clippy Cloppy
badly.
Horsey with the pumpkin head.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've
I
seen it.
can't wait to see that.
I love it. All right, number 14. For over 100 years, Walt Disney Animation Studios has invited audiences to believe in things never thought possible.
So it has to be something newer because they're saying over 100 years.
For over a hundred, for over 100
Cat.
years, Cat.
Disneyland 100-year celebration.
Close enough. I'm gonna give it to you. It is Wondrous Journey, Disneyland's 100th anniversary castle show.
That's the same category.
So I will give you that.
What's the score, Ron?
Well, right now, going into the last question, it's 7-4.
Yeah.
But I did write a bonus question in case there was a tiebreaker, so
Yeah,
we've actually got
that's
two more.
good.
So
technically.
funny.
I got you. Number 15. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Disney proudly presents our spectacular nighttime pageant of magic and imagination. Dead silence. Kat looks like she has no clue. Jen's kind of rustling through it here.
Read it again.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Disney proudly presents our spectacular nighttime pageant of magic and imagination. Cat.
Disneyland Fantasmic.
It is not.
Okay.
You're in the neighborhood, but it is not.
So Disneyland. Potato Land.
But we went over
Potato.
we already said a couple of those.
You gonna get a guess here? Or you gonna?
No, I don't know.
It is. Oh, Emily asked for it one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Disney proudly presents our spectacular nighttime pageant of magic and imagination.
Oh, wait.
It is not Spectro Magic, no. It is Disney's Paint the Night Parade.
That's the next thing I was going to guess.
Yeah,
That's the next one I want to guess. And I always wanted to see that in person.
It was the Paint the Night.
That was my next guess. Dang it.
All right. Here's the tiebreaker just for fun, especially since nobody got 15 anyways. We invite to celebrate 50 years of friendship with Mickey, where the magic feels like home. Cat.
Disney's 50th celebration fireworks show.
No.
50
No.
years, so it's got to be Disney World.
We invite to celebrate 50 years of friendship with Mickey, where magic feels like home.
I like how you had to like the like home. Like it
Feels like home. Hold my heart. This one's actually a little trickier, I think.
And this is with the bonus rounds
That's for
one?
Yeah, this is the tiebreaker. That's why I kind of made it a little trickier, but
You knew you were never going to need that.
Did it have anything to do with Epcot?
no.
No, okay.
Oh, I didn't think about
No,
that.
Cat was actually in the ballpark, but it wasn't the nighttime castle show.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I don't know.
No, Emily, venture a guess? Emily does not either. It is Mickey's Friendship Fair.
Seriously?
I'm sorry, Mickey's Magical Friendship Fair.
Seriously?
I always ignore
It's
that.
the castle show.
Seriously?
that
I
runs
always
during the
ignore
day.
that.
That's why I said it's a little trickier because none of us
Really?
really do it. Yeah, because the line, it's funny, but there's a line in between. We invite to celebrate 50 years of friendship with Mickey and all his friends in magical friendship where magic feels like home. And it's like, I didn't want to give it away with Mickey and friends and friendship. So,
And the winner is
Jen.
Yay! I finally won. It's been months. It's been months, people.
So what I want to really know is how many of these we've actually seen and how many of these our viewers have actually seen. Like,
Okay.
just out of curiosity, because I know you and I have done California a lot. California and
Well,
Florida.
hypothetically on this list, based on what I know you
Not
and me have
watching
seen.
on YouTube.
No.
like in person.
Well, we've seen Fantasmic. We've seen Happily Ever After. We have not seen the Magic Happens Parade. We saw Jingle Bell Jingle Bam. We've seen the Festival of Fantasy. We have not seen World of Color 1. We saw the Finding Nemo show. We saw Halloween Screams. We've seen Philhar Magic. We've seen Carousel of Progress. We've seen Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy. We've seen The Wonderful World of Animation. We've seen The Headless Horseman. And we have not seen Wondrous Journey or Paint the Night because those both came out after we were in California last. And technically, while we may not...
Before.
I'm
Paint
sorry,
the Night, yeah, well, that was a
we were
while
there
ago.
before they came out with the two new shows. So those we hadn't. And then technically, while we may not have stood and watched it, we have cut
We've seen
across,
it, though,
cut
because,
around,
like, yeah,
and we have seen this. So
You see it when the fireworks go off in the confetti shoot.
So-
Literally, now that you say
technically-
that, I'm like imagining like, oh, Princess Anna.
yeah, exactly.
I'm like,
And there's Princess Anna come to join the friendship celebration.
won.
over it.
Well, good job, Jen. Congratulations. We have a champion here, so Jen will be in charge in next game. But we're going to take a quick break here and let Kat collect herself after losing, and we will do today's discussion topic. So stick on with us, guys.
Welcome back, everybody. We're gonna do today's discussion topic.
Woo!
Today, we are gonna discuss restaurants. Either it be retheming or creating your own. Give me what you got. What are you adding to me?
Ooh, okay. So totally whatever we want. Like we
Whatever
can.
you want. You want to blow something up and start over?
I got this.
You want to put random building insert? Go
I
for it.
got this
Yes.
right here. I am dropping the mic because it's going to solve like 3 major issues
Okay.
right in a row.
I'm
Do it.
listening.
I would demolish Sci-Fi Drive-In.
Never even eaten there. How am I supposed to know?
I would completely gut it.
Uh-oh.
And I would build a House of Mouse.
Nice.
That's sounds
I would build a House of Mouse.
expensive and difficult to staff.
It's already got the screen and projection, so you can do Mickey's cartoons and you can have live hosts like a Hoop-Dee-Doo review. And instead of the tables being like Sci-Fi Drive-In where you're kind of all sitting next to each other, you would do the booths just like they have at the cartoon House of Mouse, where they're like the half booth tables where you're facing the stage, but everybody's kind of still at a table and able to talk to each other.
Nice.
And you do a House of Mouse. You play classic Disney cartoons, and you could do different shows different times of the day.
And different holidays they can bring in different stuff.
Just like the House of Mouse. And it
Oh
would
my
make
God.
everybody who loves House of Mouse. And because they're putting it in, Disney is forced to bring it out of the vault and put it on Disney Plus because it's still
I
not on
can
Disney
watch.
Plus.
I have it on VHS.
Lucky you. But I
Gotta get it
I
right.
want House of Mouse on Disney Plus. And if they do a new restaurant, they've got to put it on Disney Plus.
Well, don't they have one of them on there where they play Mickey's Christmas Carol like right after it? Or no, is it just Mickey's Christmas Carol?
What do you mean?
I might be. There was one time when they did like the House of Mouse, like they did a little bit of showing they're in the theater. And then, oh, guys, we are gonna watch Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
I thought,
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying
yeah.
there's like when you watched House of Mouse when it was on TV, they had Halloween episodes with classic Halloween cartoons. They had Christmas cartoons. They had Valentine's Day cartoons. It was just super freaking cute. So you have a revolving theme, which means new drink cups. You know, remember Sci-Fi does the fun lit up ice cubes, but you could do actual cups, Halloween cups, Christmas cups, Valentine's Day cups. You can change the menu based on the season. So much more creativity. And you have a massive vault of stuff. And it doesn't even just have to be the classic Mickey and Friend cartoons. There were, you know, when Aladdin was on air, they did Christmas episodes. When The Little Mermaid was on air, they had Christmas episodes. Tarzan did a Christmas or Halloween episode. I mean,
sure there was Buzz Lightyear.
yeah, there were so many different cartoons you could do stuff for. And now that they're kind of redoing the new ones too, like the new Mickey shorts and stuff that they just finished, we know they had like a 4th of July celebration one, which is super freaking hilarious. They did a Christmas one. So I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Question:
So
is this be character dining
I would not make a character dining. No, I
to
think
keep
that
the price down?
I think it jacks up the
So
price.
it's like, there's your staffing issues. Like, how do you
No,
put
I-
everybody in a...
But I think you do it like a Hoop-Dee-Doo review where you have live hosts at the top of on the stage, and like they come out the top of every hour and tell a few jokes, and they're like,
That'd be
okay,
fun.
and now watch this fun Mickey cartoon, and then it'll play like 2 or 3 cartoons, so it kind of buys you 20-30 minutes.
They're kinda your
and then
MCs
and they'll come back out, and you can alter MCs every couple hours and rotate it. But I think it's something that would keep the kids occupied. Everybody would at a table to talk, which is your biggest issue at Sci-Fi. It utilizes an existing restaurant space, already has the ginormous screen in there. I think it'd be perfect.
Nice.
Yeah.
No,
See?
that's a
See?
good idea.
Mic drop.
No, seriously, that's a very good idea.
Mic drop. I'm out. Just kidding.
Okay, bye.
So, Jen, what's stirring in your head?
So I would redo Garden Grill at Epcot because
Okay.
I want the track.
We're going to the land.
Yes. So I want the concept of you moving around still. But to me, Garden Grill is boring. So I need to redo this. So think of this. It's kind of like a combination of the Garden Grill,
Okay.
Carousel of Progress, and the 50 what's the
50s primetime.
50s
50s
prime
primetime.
time. Yes. So what would happen is you are still going to be moving on the track. You are going to be moving. You are going to go through different rooms though. And
Okay.
each room is going to be kitchens styled into a different decade, just like how they do on Carousel of Progress.
Okay.
So when you reach the certain kitchen, what you would get though is like food or treats, or dinner foods or drinks or any of that type of stuff that was nostalgic or kind of categorized to like that, those years.
So it'd be like, okay, you're in the 50s, so you're going to get a root beer float.
Yes.
Then you get to the
Sarsaparilla
60s, and
or whatever.
yeah, a
Yes.
sarsaparilla.
Yes.
And then you get to the 60s room, and they're going to give you another piece of food. And then the 70s and 80s and 90s.
Yeah, and this could be
Okay.
a menu that's fixed where ahead of time, like when you're waiting to eat or when you first sit down, like you can
it's a
check it
fixed
off.
menu.
Yeah, and what would happen is
Huh.
when they get to the rooms, like they would already kind of have like it would almost kind of be buffet style in each room. So then they can kind of like maybe go and take your slip or however that would fit into that time period.
So do they, in the 1950s, do they tell vegetarians that's a myth?
jeez.
Allergies don't exist. Toughen up.
That room.
They would disguise it somehow. I don't know. But like, for example, like ecto cooler, like there's the specific things.
Although they couldn't serve ecto coolers at Disney World. That's a universal thing.
Oh, really?
Wasn't it? Isn't it?
I know it's with. Yeah, you're right.
With Ghostbusters, but I get the
Yeah.
point. The nostalgia.
like a futuristic
there's
drink of
nostalgic
some-
Disney
Oh
stuff.
my God,
though.
guys! Remember on Radio Disney, What's in the Wonder Ball?
Yeah.
Want those back.
Something Nestle
Disney
chocolate
has
with candy shapes and size. Oh, inside. Oh, I wonder who would do.
Yeah, so
What's
you
in
could do that, and like in the
Wonder
50s room, you could have a Mickey's that classic yellow orange Mickey lunchbox with Mickey's head on
Yes.
it. Like there's nostalgic Disney stuff you could do. I like that kind of going
Yeah.
through the years, and I get where the 50s kind of come. The 50s prime time, like everything's gonna be a little theme different. Okay, and this
Yeah.
wouldn't be character dining, right?
No, I would not. If anything, like of course you can have it where they're themed with their outfits, the cast members for each one.
Yeah.
But I don't see this honestly being a character dining. There's no reason for
Yeah, it'd
it.
be hard to do characters for that, but
It'd be
Yeah.
kind of cool, like if you did a character who was popular in that
That
time period. Like that
I
would be
guess you
fun, but it'd be
could.
hard.
are you throwing back the creepy old Mickey? start with Mickey throughout
Oh my
the years.
God!
Like,
No, seriously. What if they did that where they brought out like the really, really old
Like the
costumes that
original
you're stuck
Mickey?
in there?
I doubt they would do that.
yeah, I don't think they
Put it on
would.
display.
But it'd be like the 1950s. You could do like a Steamboat Willie and a classic Mickey and Donald. The 60s. I'm trying to think what was popular in the 60s. Dang it! Where's my historian when I need her? 1960s popular
Is,
Disney movie. Is that Jungle Book? Okay, we can use Jungle Book.
Yeah.
So we see Jungle Book characters, and then the 70s,
So, yeah, I
Aristocats,
guess you
and we can
can't-
see them in the
yeah,
80s.
I guess you can do that.
90s, we could get Powerline. Like, there could be, but that'd be fun though. Either way, with or without characters, that would I think that would be a lot of fun. Okay, and you get to retheme in the land there. Now that's the question though: is does it keep to the theming of the land? Like, how do we tie it in?
Meaning, like, are you still going to look down into the into
No,
the
I mean,
ride?
like with Garden Grill, the whole point of Garden Grill is the conservatism, the the plants that you're watching on that ride, now it's on your table.
you can still give them green beans. I don't know. Like, if
but
it's
it's just
certain
like
meal,
that's the theme that
I-
fits in the land.
I mean,
so
you could
They
because it still fits in like we're progressing to make things better for the universe,
They
recycling.
can.
oh yeah,
You know,
yeah, that's
progression
true.
of how we're more eco-friendly.
You know
now.
what? If that was the decades and how they're improving, yeah, okay, I get that.
upcycling all of a sudden.
So-
You first get the regular straws, and now you get the paper.
paper
straw.
straw.
no straws.
So what do you call it? Like Decades Diner?
I don't know.
But that'd be fun. I think that's a fun one.
Something kitchen. I don't know.
Something kitchen. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so Emily gave me a great idea,
Ooh.
but before I get to Emily's idea, I had one because I was sitting here looking at your Emperor's poison. I want the kitchen that Kronk takes over when the guy like closes. He's like, "That's it, fine. You want specials, you do it." And like, I want you
Emperor's
to
New
play that like
Groove
that. Like, I
restaurant.
want like them to use Patrick West's voice and like use the clip from the movie
Yeah.
and be like, "Cheese, please," and then like some
Cheesy me no likey.
and like I want that restaurant. Like, I don't know what you're gonna put on it because like.
Can I get the giant beetle that I crack open and then suck up with
I
a
mean, they
straw?
can make that like a
God.
dessert,
I don't know
like
what
a-
that
like
is,
a
but
mag-
that
they
would
can
be
make that like a
fun.
magic shell and like you crack it open like a
Yeah, just
sundae.
Well, look what they do. Like they have like the chocolate. You take the hammer at that.
Oh,
they
yeah.
did it for
The
Mexico.
artist
They
point
did
or
it in
something.
Mexico, and like when it was the big giant chocolate
Yeah.
pyramid, they smashed it.
Yeah, that's true. So we could
So
see.
I want a Cusco's restaurant. And, like I want like a llama.
That
to sit
would be
I want a
funny.
llama that pops like in and out of like the window and like.
Oh my god.
That would be funny. And it'd
so
be
funny.
that would honestly remind me of Backyard Barbecue. When they're like, Andy's coming, and everybody stops, and you'd be like, oh no, the cook is quitting. That's it. I'm done. Da-da-da-da-da. And then you hear, okay, here we go. And then she does that, order up. I got 3. Da-da-da-da.
Yeah, like anytime someone does like every couple
That
orders.
could be fun.
Order up, honey. I got da-da-da-da, and, like
Yeah.
reads off whoever's order, and it's like funny. That'd be funny.
Where would you put it?
I don't know.
That to me feels like an Animal Kingdom restaurant.
Yeah.
Because of the llama.
No, because the restaurant's in the jungle. Remember, they're kind of like
you're right.
they're going through
They're
the
running around the
jungle.
rainforest.
Yeah, like you
like
could
put the map out of like where they are and like have it randomly light up where
and
they
you
are.
could
on
do the
trail.
purple and red dots on the ground around it.
Oh, yeah.
But that to me feels like an Animal Kingdom restaurant. You could put it in
Definitely.
over by you could put it by yeah, and you could do the
talking about
birthdays
sombrero?
with da 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 da. Yeah, oh, that would be
That'd
fun.
be so great.
But yeah, you could put it over by Kilimanjaro,
Yes.
like by the safari. You're in the jungle.
That'd be funny.
That would be awesome.
So-
I love that.
Emily's idea, which was great too, would go by Splash Mountain. You would do Dr. Facilier's potions. Potion parlor.
Potion
I'm
parlor.
sorry.
Dr. Facilier's Potion
Potion
Parlor.
Yeah, so you would have like a
Ooh.
fancy bar. She said like kind of like Olga's Cantina, and do like fancy drinks, fancy beers, and like make them like liquors and potions, and think about the fun like glassware. You could do like test tubes and
You know what would
different
be
shaped glassware.
really fun is and I get why you're putting it, if you're putting it next to Tiana's Bayou, why it would be Facilier's Potion Parlor, but it'd be fun if you expanded that theme a little bit and made it like, still call it Facilier's Potion Parlor, but make it like a villain zone.
I was like, do you make it good versus evil and like Tiana cooking?
No. You just make like, you just have villains there, and like all your cocktails can be different villain themed, like Hades, Heat, whatever, and it'd be like a
Light on
fireball,
fire.
yeah, like a fireball liquor, and like Ursula's could be the deep sea, whatever, and
Yeah, like a kraken.
yeah,
like,
and
sea kraken
like,
or something like that.
or you could do like Facilier, or like again with a Hercules Hades reference, you have like the poison, the purple poison, or Cusco. You could do an Yzma's llama elixir of llama.
He's supposed to be dead.
Llama? He's supposed to be dead.
Nice.
Yeah. Weird. Like, that'd be fun. And you could
She's saying
do
You said
desserts
desserts. You
Desserts
want-
and appetizers could be fun.
so more like an Olga's Cantina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Light fare, booze.
Fun theming.
Fun theming, and we call it
darker.
Facilier's thing. And that one would be really fun too, to make a meet and greet.
Have Facilier come out.
Yeah, that'd be
You
good.
could rotate the villains and have like a
Host with the most and like have them like
yeah,
come
like
around and greet you and like, oh, I see you chose Ursula's drink. And,
you
like,
could even model it like the brand new cafeteria they just put in Epcot.
The empty cafeteria.
yeah,
But no, if you think about it, in the big empty high school cafeteria that they just built, behind the high school cafeteria, they have that walkway, and there's like 3 or 4 different meet and greet stations back there for when they're doing stuff. You could do the same thing. You could put a back room, not in the dining area, but like as you walk down the line and meet like
like make it the different villains like layers type of deal.
yeah, and have like
Yes.
2 or 3 villains back there.
Ooh, and you have
in a row.
you can have it like the themed doors too. It'll be cool.
Yeah,
open
and like a rotating fashion. You could do a Cruella, a Facilier, a Hades, a Jafar.
Frollo stuff.
You could do Frollo. You could do Hook. You wrap up a ton of villains over
Wow.
there. Ooh, I really like this. I mean, you guys know me and my love of all things villains. So
So you know it's never gonna happen.
this
in
has got
Disney
my
if you
mind
just do it.
stirring now.
So I have my second idea.
Ooh, okay.
It's more of a rough concept. So I would say they need more restaurants at Hollywood Studios. So I would say put this in Hollywood Studios.
Okay.
It would be kind of like Be Our Guest, where the rooms were very immersive and themed, but it's not going to be dedicated to one IP.
Oh.
So like you could say there's 4 rooms, and you would pick an IP that is not represented or only
Like you
represented a
can't do
tad.
princesses or
So I would say to put something in there that needs representation. That
Okay.
we always complain, oh, so and so doesn't have this, so and so, like we need to get them in there. Like if we want to get some of like other movies that no one has really seen a lot of, like you can have
throw
each
some
room.
Tangled in there, throw some Mulan in there.
Huh.
And
Okay.
so it would be one room just dedicated to that single IP, but it would be ultra themed and immersive, just like how Be Our Guest is.
Interesting. Okay.
So in a way, then what would be cool is they would, with those 4 rooms, like you're getting more IPs than just being like, oh, okay, so it's a Little Mermaid restaurant.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna be, there's 4 rooms, so then like it'll cater to more people. I don't know about like saying you want reserved a very specific room, or if it'll just be a surprise. That part I didn't think through, but I don't even know which IPs.
Well, like-
it's just the
like-
factor that we know there's too many underused, like a Tarzan restaurant section,
Yeah.
stuff like that. I don't know.
Well, and like with Be Our Guest, while you can always request a room, they never guarantee you a room.
Yeah.
So I don't think you need to worry about reserving it. I mean, you could always say, hey, I want the Little Mermaid, or hey, we want the Tarzan. But I mean, you booked. You know,
Yep.
you can only, that would be
And
rather
that's part of
interesting.
You could walk through the rooms like just because you're not sat there.
Well, sure, and just like Be Our Guest, you can always go see the
then you
the
can get
West
up and walk
Wing
through.
and-
Yeah, correct.
And would you make that one a meet and greet?
I don't know.
Like if you had the 4 IPs and have Tarzan roaming and, you know.
The problem with that is that if you have people being able to roam around, you might have people be getting up from another room to be getting, like, even though they're going to have to dedicate their time to that table,
yeah.
I feel like people would try to snag them to be like,
It would
oh,
be
we want to
hard,
get
like,
them.
What if you
want them
do-
to go around table to table? And, like,
No, but what if you
They
do...
would stick to the room.
Think about Be Our Guest for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
When they do Be Our Guest, he walks around and says hi in general, but does not go table to table. Because when you
Yeah,
walk
he
in the
sits
restaurant,
in the main-
he sits in that main room and you see him before you get
So
seated.
more of them be acting like they're just, I don't know,
But I
they're
mean,
in
you
their
can get
room.
a picture with Beast, so it's like
But that's what I'm
They're
saying.
like
Your
a-
meet and greet would be a solid fixed position
Okay.
so people can go through themselves. Like you don't have to
and
worry
get
about,
in
like,
line to
you
see
don't have
if they
to do a
want
Crystal
to.
Palace of like
Okay.
them rotating around.
I've never
Right.
been in.
character.
I was only in Be Our Guest. I was in there.
So
I think
Be
just
Our
once.
Guest when
I
they.
love
And they didn't. He wasn't. No one was walking around.
So when they do Be Our Guest, you go in and you meet Beast as soon as you walk in the door.
Okay.
And then after you've met Beast, then they seat you for your table. And then
Oh.
when he takes breaks, you know, the Beast welcomes you to his castle, and he'll stand in the middle of the ballroom and wave and kind of and go into each room and wave, but he doesn't go table to
When
table.
Was this like originally when it opened, or is it like
It
recent?
happened in 2019
No, I mean,
and
it's-
2017.
yeah,
Oh,
it's-
okay.
I mean, it's still
So when I was there in 2017, they still had the quick service lunch option.
yeah.
Oh,
And
it was
that's
dinner.
And that's what we went.
Well, see, and that's for dinner because at lunch they
yeah,
don't do
we
the.
only went to the lunch, and you were able to pick your quick service option with your dining plan. for
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. No,
that
dinner.
explains
Dinner.
why
They
then.
do the meet and
Yeah.
greet and the thing. So that's what I'm saying. If you had 4 rooms, a mermaid, a Tarzan, you could have Tarzan at a fixed position.
A Wreck-It Ralph room. I
A
don't
Wreck-It
know.
Ralph room would
But
be
you know, it'd
fun.
hard if you did Mermaid and Tarzan. You did like
I would not
a
do Little
shipwreck-
Mermaid.
A shipwreck in the middle and
Oh,
Little
but
Mermaid
you-
has enough going on. Being
said
in
no
the,
one ever.
No,
but
I
there's
get what
the
you mean.
ride. It's like
I know.
I feel like this would be the opportunity to give the IPs a chance. Like we were saying, Tarzan or
And Atlantis.
Atlantis. That'll be okay. That
you
would
could do
be
like
cool.
an underwater theme, like Atlantis would be fun. Treasure Planet could
101
be fun.
Dalmatians. I don't know.
101 Dalmatians. Jungle Book. You're sticking on the jungle theme there. You got Jungle Book. Interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do.
Huh.
Or it might just be instead of walk-arounds, they have animatronics, like when they did with like with Rainforest Cafe. Something happens every so often. They could have stuff with animatronics come to life.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so I have one more too.
Yes.
And this one's kind of a little unique. I want to get rid of the Mark Twain boat
Okay.
and turn it into a dinner cruise.
Okay, that would be cool.
So you still ride the same track around Magic Kingdom, but you're sitting at a table and doing a dinner cruise. And as it gets around, it'll say all ashore going ashore, and those that are done eating can get up and leave. And then, you know, the new reservations will be set up every half hour. So then those that are getting on, and then it goes around again.
Okay,
Because it
that's
takes like
cool.
20, 25 minutes.
I was gonna say because that would stink for like the people like having a full boat the whole time. Like
Well, you would have a
But,
full
like,
boat, but it
you
would
do
like...
section by section by section though. Because if you said, like,
and this floor would be like you kind of time it out that way a little bit, but like basically it'd be I would think around 2 full times around to get you about an hour, but you do like a dinner cruise and you
Oh, that is cool.
kind of you kind of enclose the sides a little bit, put in some lights and everything. You could even do a fun meet and greet with that one and have like Donald in his sailor suit, and you could do a Steamboat Willie or just a Mickey as a Captain Mickey and do like a fun character thing. But
Oh, wow.
I think that would be a little bit of fun. And it also gives you an opportunity to kind of dress up Tom Sawyer's Island.
Yes.
Because you could do like not decorational, but like when you're on the train and you're driving around and there's stuff like on the side, you could put stuff like
Put more
lit up
stuff
stuff
out.
for evening time, like rope lights in the shape of a Mickey head or
Oh, yeah.
just different things like that,
Jazz
and
up the
do
island a little bit
and do a paddle wheel cruise around Magic Kingdom.
That'd be nice.
I think that would be
Because then they could do
lot
like
of fun.
a Christmas dinner cruise, Halloween. They could theme this stuff then.
In fact, for that matter, I would love to see them put another ferry in and do the same thing around Seven Seas Lagoon. Don't even do
Oh
it.
my God, yes.
Don't even do it like in the
That
park.
would be fun.
Do it at Seven Seas and drive around Wilderness Lodge and Poly and Grand Floridian.
Oh,
and get to see that.
that would
and,
become very popular.
And if you do a nighttime one, you could see the fireworks from Magic
I was gonna
Kingdom.
say, like, I was thinking, could you do it with Mark Twain? Do it like happily ever after and pipe it in on the boat.
You probably could.
Yes.
I don't see why not.
That'd
If
be
you
fun.
were,
Where
if
they
you got
shoot
a
off fireworks from
it,
it,
and
that's
the top deck would still be a standing room. So if you were done eating and you wanted to just go look at it for a few minutes before your boat was docking,
These are all such good ideas. Disney, please listen to us. We want these to happen.
that would be a lot of fun. I think it would be something unique, and it would give it a little bit more pizzazz. Yeah. Instead
And
of
to
just
give
the
it
boat
more
ride.
life, you know?
Yeah, it would reinvigorate something that's already there. Wouldn't require anything new. But I think a dinner boat cruise
'Cause
around Seven
sometimes
Seas
that-
Lagoon would be fun.
Because sometimes that's something people skip. They're like, oh, we're not going to go on the boat.
I cannot tell you the
I
last
honestly
time
can't
I've
tell
ridden
you
that
if
boat.
I've ever
I did in
Actually-
December. I know I did.
I will honestly, the last time I can think of it is when my grandpa took us in 2015, and he was so enthralled and was like, "Oh my god, a big paddle wheel boat! We have to ride!" And got everybody to ride, and he got my youngest cousin to do the captain's chair and like how they do that little thing. But yeah, I think that was the last time I rode it. Was when Grandpa said, "We got to ride the paddle wheel boat," and that was 10 years ago now. Yeah,
But this
no, I
would
don't-
definitely bring it some new life.
It would. I think it would. But in all these scenarios, the fun part is we weren't really reinventing the wheel.
No.
It's using existing IPs. It's using, for the most part, existing space. I think the only one that really created its own space was your Potion Parlor one.
And the Hollywood Studios one.
Oh, and well, I guess your Cusco one too would be creating. Of course, you could always find a building in Animal Kingdom. I'm sure we could retheme something over there. Yeah. But, you know, for the most part, we're using existing IPs. We're using existing build things that I think Disney could really, whether they take our ideas specifically, but this is where I think Disney goers are kind of getting frustrated with, is they want new, and new doesn't always have to be new building, new park, new, but even just reviving some stuff that's kind of gotten old and out of date within Disney, I think would make everybody happy.
Yeah.
Like, look at DreamWorks Land at Universal. Some people are kind of like, okay, this was a lot of hype, and then you look at it and you're kind of like, okay, like the Kung Fu Panda section.
Yeah, it's very lackluster when you really look at it.
It is like it's just kind of a lot of decor, which is a good, cute, and it got a lot of press and a lot of attention, but there really wasn't a lot of substance there.
There's not much, yeah.
No,
there's not
and
much.
I think Universal really puffed it up more than it came out to be. But I think Disney could do the exact same thing and win. Look at Country Bear Jamboree. All they're doing is
I am so excited for that.
and that show that most people skip half the time. They forget it's even there. And now you're getting, and now you're getting all new costumes, new songs, but you're keeping the same space, keeping the same theme.
Yes.
So that's what I hope for Disney. I really want to see some reinvigoration around the park, some reinvent, but we don't need to reinvent the wheel.
Use our ideas. They're very
Yeah,
good.
use our ideas. Take one of ours, but I
Yes.
want credit for it.
I was gonna
Yes.
say, send me the royalties.
I'm not even asking for royalties. I just want credit that I created this.
I want
Maybe
some Disney money,
maybe
too.
a lifetime pass.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. That.
I am a simple to please when it comes to Disney. Lifetime passes are good enough for me. I'll live on that.
Yes.
If I don't have to pay for an AP anymore, I'd be ecstatic. And,
large.
yeah, forget handing me a check. That's just the same way of doing it. It's just not crazy. But let us know at home what you think too. What were these good ideas? Were these bad ideas? Do you think they have a shot? Do you have an idea of your own that we didn't even talk about? Leave a comment, send us a message. Always love to hear more information and new things. Let us know. If you guys are thinking of planning a Disney trip, remember, Not So Scary Halloween party's coming up. We just got halfway to Christmas, and the Christmas shows are opening
Yes.
up. Country Bear Jamboree's coming back in a few weeks. Voyage of the Mermaid's coming back in the fall. Definitely a lot of things to do. Oogie Boogie Bash, if you're thinking California. D23. Tons of stuff happening. If you guys want any help planning any Disney trips or any vacations in general, RGT Travels is here to help. Check us out at rgttravels.com. Reach out, and any one of us would be happy to help you and get you any information that you need. But until then, we will see you here next time and hopefully brighten your Disney day again.
Thank you for listening to the Castle to Castle podcast. Make sure you check out our social media and visit us online at www.castletocastlepodcast.com. Be sure to tune in next time, and we will brighten your Disney day as usual.